Bonjour, voici vidéo 3C, les pronoms d'objets multiples. This time we're talking about multiple object pronouns. And whenever we want to replace multiple objects with multiple pronouns, there's a certain order that we have to put them in the sentence. And that order is here. Me tenez-vous devant, which means before. Le l'allez devant lui leur. If you get that in your mind, me tenez-vous devant le l'allez devant lui leur, you'll be set. When you put the pronouns into the sentence, the subject will be here, your pronouns in this order will be here, and your verb will be here. For example, let's say that Rosalie donne un cadeau, a gift, à son ami. Let's make her feminine. So we have un cadeau, a direct object pronoun, and à son ami, an indirect object pronoun. So first of all, we need to look at what do we replace these pronoun objects with. Un cadeau has to be replaced with le, and à son ami is replaced with lui, because I can't show that she's feminine or masculine with just the lui. Once I've determined what I take out of a sentence, then I have to look at what order does it go in the new sentence. So let's get rid of all this. Of course, no, you can't compare. So hopefully you remembered what I just said. Rosalie, le, lui, donne. And look in your book if you need that order. Me tenez-vous devant le l'allez devant lui leur. So what I'm saying is, Rosalie, give it to her. The word order in French has to be le first, lui second, both of them in front of the verb. What if Rosalie is going to give the gift to her? If I add a second verb, like going to give, then remember, we talked about this last year, but remember that this is the verb that's receiving giving the action, right? Giving the present, giving to her. So the pronouns are going to come before this verb, even if this verb isn't conjugated. So let's use that same example. Rosalie, and we're going to use is going to give. Va, le, lui, donner. And here this is in the infinitive then, because this verb is conjugated. Rosalie is going to give it to her. So be aware when you've got two verbs, pay attention to what the pronouns are talking about, what verb the pronouns go with. They're giving the present and giving to her, not going the present and going to her. That's a very important distinction. There's lots of those that come up in the workbook exercises and also just in real life. So in your syllabus it says leçon for today, lesson, but we'll be doing exercise G on page 33 to practice this. So tournez à la page 33, exercice G. Répondez aux questions suivantes en remplaçant les mots en italique par le pronom d'objet qui convient. Attention à l'ordre de la phrase. Answer the following questions by replacing the words in italics with the object pronoun that fits. Be careful about your word order. Modèle, est-ce que le professeur raconte une histoire à ses élèves? And we want to answer oui. Does the professor tell a story to his students? Yes, he tells it to them. That's what we want in English. So we're going to have to choose une histoire replaced by la, and à ses élèves replaced by leur, and then where does it go? Look at your modèle. Oui, il, la, leur raconte. Let's try these. Numéro 1. Est-ce que le petit chaperon rouge apporte le pain et le miel à sa grand-mère? Does the Red Riding Hood bring the bread and the honey to her grandmother, and we're answering yes. So first we have to figure out what gets replaced. Le pain et le miel. That has to be made, right? And à sa grand-mère, that has to be lui. So we get, we'll abbreviate, le petit chaperon rouge. What's our word order? Me tenez-vous devant le lalé, devant le huileur. So we're going to get le petit chaperon rouge, les, lui, apporte. She brings it, no, she brings them to them. No, I still got that wrong, sorry. She brings them to her. There we go. Got it right that time. It's hard to do these, isn't it? Well, it's hard for me anyway. All right, let's look at number 2. Est-ce que le corbeau veut donner le fromage au renard? Does the crow want to give the cheese to the fox? And we want to answer non. So first look at what you need to replace. Then look at the word order in the sentence. And finally, you have to figure out where does the ne pas go. And this is a tricky one because you've got 2 different verbs. They gave you a rough one right at the beginning here. But I know you can do it. So we'll say non. Il ne veut pas. He doesn't want. Right? What doesn't he want to do? He doesn't want to give the cheese to the fox. So the giving of the cheese to the fox, that's all with the verb donner. So the le, la, lui, whatever we need has to go with donner. So we get il ne veut pas le for the renard, no, for the cheese, and lui for the renard, and donner for our infinitive. No, he doesn't want to give it to him. Okay? Numéro 3. Veux-tu me prêter ton livre? Do you want to lend me your book? And the answer is oui. So just take it all apart there. Do you want to lend me your book? Yes, I want to lend you my book. So first I had to say I want. And then I want to say to lend you, and also what do I want to lend you? It, right? So we've got me tenez-vous devant le lalé, devant l'huileur. So the me and the to are going to come first. So yes, I want to, what was it, prêter? To, let's do this way. I want to lend it to you, right? And what else do I need then? Le livre. Je veux te le prêter. I hope I didn't explain that in a confusing way. Do you follow that? I want to lend it to you. That's how we answer the question. So we've got a lot of things going on in this one. This is a fairly complicated sentence because you have to answer and get all your me's and to's straight, and then also fit them into the right part of the sentence with your infinitive, because you have 2 different verbs here. And numéro 4, vas-tu nous montrer tes photos? Here's another one where we're going to have to answer. So we're going to say oui. The answer for me, do I want to? Yes. Je vais, or I'm going to, I'm sorry. Vous les montrer. The question, do you want to, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Number 4, are you going to show us your photos? Yes, I'm going to show you my photos. Okay? Numéro 5. Montrez-vous vos mauvaises notes à vos parents? And the answer is oui. Are you going to show your bad grades to your parents? Well, you kind of have to, don't you? They already know. So how would we answer that? Yes, I show them to them. Let's get that up on the board. Oui, je, they comes first. That's the bad grades. Leur is my parents. And montre is our verb. Yes, I showed them to them. So we would say in English. Numéro 6. Est-ce que Monsieur Lebrun nous vend sa voiture? And our answer is no. Does Mr. Lebrun sell us his car? Or is he selling us his car? And we want to say no. He is not selling us it. He is not selling it to us. We could say either way in English. So we get non, il, ne, nous, le, vend, and then we need the rest of our negation. No, he is not selling it to us. All right. So I guess to sum this all up, the most important thing is word order in French. We can say the sentence a lot of different ways in English. I could put the to us or the it in different spots in my English sentence. In my French sentence, I've got to follow that word order that was in your book. Me tenez-vous devant le laler, devant le huileur. It has to be in that order. So you've got to fit that all into your sentence in front of your verb. And when you've got two verbs, you've got to put it in front of the infinitive. All right, if you've got questions on this, or if your activities are hard in your workbook, contact me. We'll also go over this some more on Monday to practice, so I can make sure you guys have this down. And that concludes video 3C. Au revoir.